Okay, I guess I should do this in the daylight, but I just want to start tonight. So, I'm going to be building a bench. Just wanted to show you where it was. This is my original shop, and I'm extending it. So right here, let's see if I can set this up. Right here, I already started putting the backboard on. It's going to go from wall to wall, which is 13 feet across. Going to come out 24 inches. This is going to be my first bench that I'm actually going to make look some kind of cool, because I'm just used to building a bench that's going to be strong and not looking too good. So this is going to be my attempt at making a cool-ish looking bench. Sorry, I'm making garden beds. So many garden beds, man. Okay, so yeah, started with my backboard. Now, it's not the straightest 2x4, so if you ever come into this, start your screws on this side and do your 2 screws and make it nice and stout, and then it helps you with 2 people, but if you don't, you can still do it. Every stud where you're going to put a screw, if you have somebody holding on the back, you can tell them to go up or down, and if you do that all the way across, you can actually straighten the board out. So I'm going to have to do that a little bit with this 2x4, but not too much, so I'm going to be able to do it by myself. Okay, so since this is going to be under the deck, oh god, I'm going to be building a deck here soon, so I just have all these different words in my head. Since you're not going to see the under part of my bench, I'm going to use this not good looking wood, and since there's going to be a frame and it's all going to be attached to the wall, this doesn't have to necessarily land on a stud. Since there's a stud right here, I'm just going to butt the next one up to it and continue, since the plywood's going to go all the way across. And so yeah, I'm going to slide this piece in there, then the back is going to be done. When I built this, I didn't realize that this header here, I don't know if you can see that, but this header had a bow to it, a slight bow, but from here it's straight until about this double stud, and then it goes in about 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to make the face of this straight, so that variance of the wall not being straight is going to be hidden in the back side of my bench. You won't see it in the face of the bench. So that's going to take a little bit for me to figure out a straight line all the way across. There we go. Yeah, string is awesome. Just going to measure over 24 inches, put a string, and then I'm going to move it over there till I hit the 24 inches before it shrinks. And there we go. Easy. Okay, so workbenches are good if they're 24 inches deep, but if you're going to do that and you want to use one piece of sheet or plywood, go 23 3/4. So you have that 1/4 inch to play with, because if you go through a table saw or a skill saw, you're going to take an 1/8 off, so that one leaves you, what, 3/8 quarter. No, sorry, an 1/8. So you got two saw blades of clearance. Just to be on the safe side, go 23 3/4 if you're gonna use one sheet, which I'm gonna, because I'm trying to do this on the cheap. Because lumber and plywood and everything else like that is crazy expensive right now. Absolutely insane. I leveled over. I got the top of my 2x6. I'm just gonna measure down to 5.5 and then put a block underneath it so I can rest it on top. So it'll be at the right elevation, and then I can move it side to side to get it right in the right spot. And whenever you're doing long lengths of stuff, there's always going to be a crown in the board. It's when it's got a warp to it, I guess. There's always a bit of, it's just called a crown. So whenever you do something like this long ways, put the crown up. So over time, it'll settle down to flat. It went that fast for me. I'm glad you guys got to watch that and fast forward. Okay, back to where we started from on that side. So yeah, it turns out I'm going to move my bench over here just because my backyard is over here and I can watch my kids. I'm going to put a window here, so I'm going to move all this wood storage to that side. Okay, so now I'm going to put the board up just like I did on the other side and move it up and down just to keep it straight. And this wall is straighter than that wall, so it's going to be easier than me doing the whole string trick. But if you have a uneven wall, that's a good way to do it. If you're going to be able to see this, but this is the face, so this is going to be 5.5 inches. It's going to rest on there, and then this is going to be the wall, and I got a 2x4 on the end, so I'm going to come in 1.5 inches and then 1.5 inches here. So I'm going to have a shelf here and a shelf here because the two different elevations. So this should be flush with the face of that. Okay, I only have one more thing to do until this bench is done for now. Eventually I'm going to have a shelf and maybe some spots for some drawers in it or something, but for now I just need the top done. These are another project I'm working on. I'm going to, since I needed 2 pieces of plywood to get it nice, this is a really nice stout top. I like it. Yeah, I like it. So I'm just going to take my skill saw and then just do a bevel edge along this whole thing and then just sand it nice sand it over, so it'll still be a nice 45, nice flat cut there, but I'll sand it here and here, so it'll be a nice transition. It'll look cool with the different types of plywood in there. So that's what I'm gonna do next. Okay, so this is the final product. I finished it probably about a month ago, and I've been using it ever since. And I really like how it came out. I got plugs in it now, and as you can tell, I moved all the wood that was up here and I put a window in, so I can watch my kids play while I'm working. I'm really glad I did the bevel here. I've had a couple people come over, and they actually really liked it, and I'm starting to really like it. It's just a different look, not just a square edge. So I'm happy with it. So if you guys like this, the process, I know this is going to be a long one, but if you guys enjoy the process and want to see more, subscribe, like, and share this video.